What's up, it's your boy Paulie. Welcome back to the channel. You can tell by the title exactly what we're getting into today. You can tell by the title, this is Tom MacDonald Dear Rappers. Now, what I was originally going to do was, I think was is better than is. Originally, I was going to go back to the oldest track from Tom MacDonald that I could find on YouTube, and I was going to react to it. But I've had an overwhelming number of people to say, yo, you got to check out Dear Rappers. That's where he blew up at. So we're going to check this out now. But at some point, I just want y'all to know, I did the same thing for Ren. I went back to the oldest possible track or musical thing I could find on YouTube, and I reacted to it. So that's my thing. If you see anybody else doing it, and they did it after this, they got it from me. Now, if you saw somebody doing it before this, I didn't see that. So I don't know. But yeah, I'm trying to make that my thing. When I find an artist that everybody's rocking with, a lot of people rocking with, I'm going to find the oldest thing ever and react to it. Now, I'm not going to do a whole bunch of talking.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit.
There's a pinned comment down below of an up-and-coming artist or entertainer's reaction or music review. If you enjoy this video, please go down below after this video is over and go support and check out an up-and-coming artist or entertainer. There will also be a link to my main channel down below. If you want to support me for free, go over there and subscribe. There will be a lot of different videos dropping on that channel. Some are already on there, and other ones will drop very soon. I'm not going to say nothing else. We're going to get into it right now. We're going to see what it's hitting for.
Man, it's easy for these rappers who have it all. Talk about the days when they used to be sad. I guess I can't relate to being famous and wealthy. I'm 28 and still praying for the day I have a chance. Maybe y'all can help me out though. I'm just trying to take care of my household. I don't even want to make my mouth go. I just want to win before the system that I'm in gets a hold of me again and starts to squeeze under my chin until I'm out cold. Dear rappers, can you help me? I'll even take a selfie with your album that I bought. I got every single CD that you ever fucking dropped. I spent everything I had and I never had a lot. Oh my god, what a mess. Your words help me deal with the stress. Used to contemplate my suicide the nights I was depressed. Used to pop you in a boombox and sit up on my desk, listen to your music till I felt it in my chest. But these days it's like you don't have nothing left. Your music feels kinda like you're trying to write a check. Everything is digital, I mean no disrespect, but I'm paying even more and you give me even less. What the fuck? You taught me to think, you taught me to grow, you taught me the things to survive on my own. But now you teach me to drink, you teach me to smoke, you teach me to think. Every woman's a hoe. I don't want your Xanax bars or your fancy foreign cars. Throw your money in my face and try to tell me that it's art. No, no. Yeah. Just a drug addict on TV. I can't hear another fucking song about abusing medication that I had to take just to stay alive. There's more important shit than what you wear and where you live and who you fuck and what you drink and what you spend and what you drive. Rappers full of bullshit. Rappers just a marketing vehicle for the product that the man wants you to buy. Rap about a full clip. Rappers just promoting different liquors and varieties of ways that you could die. Yeah. Dear rappers, can you help me? Are you almost out of alcohol to sell me? Tell me, cause drinking every night can be the way to getting wealthy. If I'm really being honest, all this shit is overwhelming. I need someone to look up to. You're living in a country that elected Donald Trump. You're living in a country where police are killing people every day and all you want to talk about is doing drugs. You've been blinded by the money, you've been blinded by the cars, you've been blinded by the women. Don't know who the fuck you are. Thought I knew you when I spent $100 on a ticket to your show, and now I feel like you stole my fucking money and I'm broke. Man, you taught us how to rap and you taught us how to dress and you taught us how to act if we wanted to impress. Now you're teaching me to live like I know you never would. What you're preaching to these kids is keeping them inside the hood. Your Xanax bars or your fancy foreign cars. Throw your money in my face and try to tell me that it's art. No. Just a drug addict on TV. I don't want your Xanax bars or your fancy foreign cars. Throw your money in my face and try to tell me that it's art. No. Just a drug addict on TV. Yeah.
First things first, that was a fire instrumental. That instrumental makes this track have the most replay value. I'm telling y'all, the craft of picking out, The craft of picking out a perfect instrumental is the difference between somebody playing your song occasionally, somebody playing your song one time and somebody playing your song back to back to back. This right here off the instrumental alone is going to give it replay value. Not going to. I mean, going to for me. Obviously, it has replay value. This has 7 million plus views. Like, I definitely see why. And a lot of times I don't like to go by views because we know views can be subjective. People can buy views. People can pad views. People can do all types of stuff with the views. But when you listen to the music and then relate it to the views, it does make it make sense. It's like, okay, I would play this a million times myself. So I can get why other people would want to play it a lot. Pretty simple, pretty basic, pretty basic music video. But if you've ever heard me critique up-and-coming artists, which obviously he's not an up-and-coming artist, even 7 years ago, it doesn't seem like he was an up-and-coming artist. He definitely seemed like he had some motion behind him. But what I tell a lot of up-and-coming artists is you can go more simple on the, let's say instrumental. What? You can go more simple on the music video, especially if the talent is there. A lot of times you can see where the person is trying to hide behind all the extra when they do it in their music videos because the talent is not there. If that makes sense. I feel like, did that make sense when I said that? Yeah, you can tell where people hide behind the visuals because the music is not all that great. And guess what? I'm honestly going to say, don't do that. I say work on your craft, drop really straightforward music videos so people can have that visual, but don't go extravagant on the music video to hide behind it. Don't go extravagant so it's like, hey, look at me over here, I'm doing all this cool stuff. And it's almost like, yo, was that fire or was the visual fire? Now, if you want to be creative and just, explore your creativity, by all means, yes. But I'm talking about like spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on a music video when the actual music is subpar. I say all that to say that has nothing to do with this because this was not subpar. I rock with the message yet again. I'm in 100% agreement that all the extra sipping lean, sipping syrup, taking different not prescribed to you medications, if it's not prescribed to you, in my opinion, and everybody may not agree with this, but in my opinion, even if you are prescribed a certain prescription, if you can get it in a holistic way, if you can get it in an herbal fashion and it can help you, I always say go that route, even if you're prescribed a medication, because nature has the cure to every single thing. Now, let's not get it twisted. I know where we live. I know what time it is. So all that stuff is not readily available. But I always say tap in and kind of look for those more those herbal routes. I don't even know if that's the right terminology, but I don't even know holistic. I think holistic is the right term, but you guys kind of know what I mean. Go plant-based medicine if you can. That's just, my 2 cents. Again, if you're taking medicine and it's helping you and it's making you feel better and you can live your best life, then do that as well. But if you're taking medicine and it is not for you and you just doing it to get lit, you got to reevaluate yourself because it's not going to help in the long run. So I definitely agree 100% with that message that he's conveying. I will say this, and again, people may not agree and people may not even have put 2 and 2 together, but from more of my studies and my research and some of the master teachers that I have listened to and that I look to for information, the music is the way it is for a very specific reason. And if you've heard me talk in the past on other videos, then you know that I say put the message in the music. So if you can put 2 and 2 together, put the message in the music, and then you listen to the music and they're talking about alcohol, sex, drugs, shooting, killing, drilling, AKs, 9, that whole thing, the message is in the music. Well, Paulie, what do you mean by that? The message is being told as a code for other people to see what's going on. In the culture of rap and hip hop, and it dates back to even before that, all the way back to the blues, the messages were put in the music to relay a message from me to somebody half a world away, and they're getting the message without me ever having to directly say something. So hopefully that makes sense. So when the messages are in the music and you have people to say, well, what is going on in this time? And you listen to it and you hear them talking about all this stuff like, yo, why are they saying all this? What is going on? It's a message telling you what's going on in society. Now, do we want it to go on? Are we condoning it? No. But it almost has to happen in order to get fixed. Because guess what? If I didn't know anything about Chicago drill rap, say the news didn't cover it at all. I'm sorry, not Chicago drill rap, but that whole Chicago scene where they were basically warring it out on the streets. If we didn't hear it in the music, I'm all the way in Delaware. If I didn't hear the music, I wouldn't even know it was an issue over there. So it's a form of entertainment for people, but this is how we used to relay messages. You will put it in the music, and when somebody else heard that music, the music gets passed from one person to the next, to the next, to the next. It's a message that gets passed down. So tribally, people are still doing it. And if you stop looking at it as entertainment and look at it almost like a cry for help, like, yo, yeah, we out here drilling. Yeah, we got these guns. We got all this stuff. Oh, yeah, we sipping lean. We shouldn't be looking at it like, oh, snap, this is entertainment. No, we're looking at it, or we should be looking at it like, yo, these people need help. We need to do something. We need to fix this. But instead, we just nod our heads. We say, yo, that instrument on fire. Oh, bro, talking, he chatting. Oh, and then the kids are like, oh, I want to grow up and do this too. No, it's literally a message to say, don't do this. But we forgot that we put the messages in the music, no matter good, bad, or indifferent. So we're still doing what we've always done. We just forgot the part that once the message is in the music, you're then supposed to fix the issue, if there's an issue. I am going to run this back for the vibe, because this is definitely one of them ones. I'm rocking with it heavy. I love the message that's being conveyed here. So yeah, let's run it back. Listen to it one more time. And we're going to see what it's in for.
Man, it's easy for these rappers who have it all. Talk about the days when they used to be sad. I guess I can't relate to being famous and wealthy. I'm 28 and still praying for the day I have a chance. Maybe y'all can help me out though. I'm just trying to take care of my household. I don't even want to make my mouth go. I just want to win before the system that I'm in gets a hold of me again and starts to squeeze under my chin until I'm out cold. Dear rappers, can you help me? I'll even take a selfie with your album that I bought. I got every single CD that you ever fucking dropped. I spent everything I had and I never had a lot. Oh my god, what a mess. Your words help me deal with the stress. Used to contemplate my suicide the nights I was depressed. Used to pop you in a boombox and sit up on my desk, listen to your music till I felt it in my chest. But these days it's like you don't have nothing left. Your music feels kinda like you're trying to write a check. Everything is digital, I mean no disrespect, but I'm paying even more and you give me even less. What the fuck? You taught me to think, you taught me to grow, you taught me the things to survive on my own. But now you teach me to drink, you teach me to smoke, you teach me to think. Every woman's a hoe. I don't want
Okay, so that pretty much proves my point. He said, you used to teach me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let him say it. He said they used to teach me what?
What the fuck? You taught me to think, you taught me to grow, you taught me the things to survive on my own. But now you teach me to drink, smoke, you teach me to think. Every woman's a hoe. I don't want your Xanax bars or your fancy foreign cars. Throw your money in my face and try to tell me that it's art. No, no, no. Yeah. Just a drug addict on TV. I can't hear another fucking song about abusing medication that I had to take just to stay alive. There's more important shit than what you wear and where you live and who you fucking, what you drink and what you spend and what you drive. Rappers full of bullshit. Rappers just a marketing vehicle for the product that the man wants you to buy. Rap about a full clip. Rappers just promoting different liquors and varieties of ways that you could die. Yeah. Dear rappers, can you help me? Are you almost out of alcohol to sell me? Tell me, cause drinking every night can be the way to getting wealthy. If I'm really being honest, all this shit is overwhelming. I need someone to look up to. You're living in a country that elected Donald Trump. You're living in a country where police are killing people every day, and all you want to talk about is doing drugs. You've been blinded by the money, you've been blinded by the cars, you've been blinded by the women. Don't know who the fuck you are. Thought I knew you when I spent $100 on a ticket to your show, and now
we gotta understand though. And again, I'm not a preacher. This is just a talking point. I'm just going off of the stuff that he's saying, and I'm just trying to add some context to what I see. But I'm not preaching, I promise. If it sounds preachy, I do apologize. I'm just a random guy here for entertainment. I'm just here just to be here. I go on random ramble sessions and things like that, but pay me no mind. I forgot what I was going to say.
Help me. Are you almost out of alcohol to sell me? Tell me, cause drinking every night can be the way to getting wealthy. If I'm really being honest, all the shit is overwhelming. I need someone to look up to. You're living in a country that elected Donald Trump. You're living in a country where police are killing people every day, and all you want to talk about is doing drugs. You've been blinded by
Now, when a lot of these artists, and a lot of people know this, so again, I'm not saying anything that nobody doesn't already know. When artists sign these contracts, they don't realize, and they should realize because it's not a secret anymore. So if you sign contracts in 2025, not realizing that you're essentially selling your soul, and what that means is you can't speak freely on topics that you want to speak on. You can't literally sell your soul. But they can silence you legally from saying stuff that you want to say. So I remember years ago, when I was a kid, I was like, why does Jay-Z not go back to his hood and revamp it? I always thought that. And I also thought about other rappers too. I'm like, why don't they go back to their hoods and fix them up? And the easiest answer is because they're not allowed to. They're literally not allowed to. So once they sign these contracts and they see something that goes on in the news and they're not allowed to speak on it. So I get where he's coming from, where he's saying, all this stuff is happening here, and all y'all want to rap about is drugs, sex, and shooting and killing. It's like you don't see what's going on right here. Like, you have an influence. You should talk about this. They literally can't. They sold their ability to speak. So these record labels are basically big machines that push out these artists to the forefront. But then the artists themselves can't use that push that they've been given to the forefront and turn themselves into an activist. They cannot do it. They're not allowed to do it. If they try to do it, we see what happens every single time. So for anybody that didn't know that, because it seems like some people don't understand that part about what was I gonna say? Some people don't seem to understand that disconnect, that once these artists sign to these labels, they can't say but so much, and when they do, it never goes good for them. They always get painted like they're either on drugs, or that they hurt somebody, or that they did this or they did that. It's the story that happens over and over again. So again, I love the fact that he's bringing this to the forefront because he is an independent artist and he can speak on this kind of stuff. And bring it to the forefront, saying yo, why are y'all not speaking up? So that other people say, oh, well, this is why they can't speak up. Even though I already know that he knows why they can't speak up. He's like the question asker. He's the one that asked the what is that called? A question that people already know the answer to. Rhetorical. He's asking a rhetorical question. And I'm here for it. Because when he's saying, why are y'all being like this? There's going to be somebody that's going to say, this is why. Let's get back into it.
Money, you've been blinded by the cars, you've been blinded by the women, don't know who the fuck you are. Thought I knew you when I spent $100 on a ticket to your show, and now I feel like you stole my fucking money and I'm broke. Man, you taught us how to rap, and you taught us how to dress, and you taught us how to act if we wanted to impress. Now you're teaching me to live like I know you never would. What you're preaching to these kids is keeping them inside the hood.
Your Xanax bars or your fancy foreign cars, throw your money in my face and try to tell me that it's art. No, just a drug addict on TV. I don't want your Xanax bars or your fancy foreign cars. Throw your money in my face and try to tell me that it's art. No, just a drug addict on TV.
Now, let me speak on what he said when he was talking about you taught us how to dress. You taught us how to, I can't remember the other thing he said. He said, you know, you essentially taught us all the stuff we basically we form ourselves into, the style. So if you see your favorite rapper, your favorite artist rocking this clothing line right here, which is actually my own personal clothing line, but that's another story for another day. If you saw your favorite rapper, let me just throw it out. One of my favorite rappers is Kevin Gates. If Kevin Gates was wearing this right here, and he was like, yo, this is my boy Paulie's brand, you know, go shout him out. Not go shout him out. What? This is my boy Paulie's brand. Go check him out. His YouTube channel is XYZ, or you can buy this at XYZ place. The influence that that person has will then have these selling out like hotcakes. So we gotta, again, remember and go back. And again, I'm not a preacher. I'm just talking because it came into my head because of what he said. I could be a rap. That was a little bit. That was a bar. It wasn't. But the influence, I should have said that from the beginning. The influence that these artists have on the population is another reason why it's being controlled the way it's controlled. That's why artists can't speak out and say certain things and things like that. Because guess what? If 10 of the hottest artists out saw an issue and say, yo, this is a problem that needs to be fixed right now, all the people would say, that is a problem. Yeah, we've been talking about this forever. Yeah. Yo, let's get this fixed. They can direct the traffic wherever they see fit. So they have to say, you know, there's another, imagine another person that if they were going to try to speak out like that, they have the ability to say, don't you talk about that. I could see why this would go viral. It makes perfect sense to me because it's asking the rhetorical questions that people need to think about. Why are rappers rapping about this? Why are all rappers rapping about the same 5 things? Tom MacDonald pointed out the fact that it didn't used to. Tom MacDonald pointed out the fact that it didn't used to be like this. So he saw the change. That's the important thing. He saw the change and he said, yo, no, wait a minute. It didn't used to be like this. But I see the shift. I see where things change. I'm a fan of this artistry, of this style of music. I saw the change. It used to be this. Now it's this. It used to be uplifting music that you could still bop to. So it's not one of those things like, oh man, that got played out. That got boring. You know, that's it didn't get played out. It was a bop. Then if people made that same sort of music now, which they do, shout out to him. Shout out to Vren. Shout out to Phase 1. Shout out to, it's another artist, I think he goes by the name of D1. I'm not super tapped in with him, but he makes more conscious music. Shout out to Daylight, who could definitely turn on that conscious wave when he wants to. Shout out to King Los that be talking that talk. Man, like, they're just a few of many that can make music that is more conscious, that's saying, hey, we got some issues going on. I got a message I need to relay, and I'm going to do it through the music, how we've always done it. Got to get this message out to the people. The only way I know how to do it is to put it in my music. But then you have the people that are being pushed that never talk about it. You say, well, why? Phase 1's doing it. Why are you not, you know? So, no, it is what it is. Awesome track. I'm rocking with it. It just opens up so many talking points. I'm definitely going to tap back in with Tom MacDonald very, very soon. Let me know down in the comment section what you want me to react to next. Also, don't forget, I'm going to go back to the oldest thing that he has on his channel. I might do that in the next video. No, let me not say that because I may not get to it yet. But I want to go back to his oldest video that he's ever done and check it out for the first time. So I'll be doing that very, very soon. Don't forget down below, there is a pinned comment of an up-and-coming artist or... Don't forget down below, there's an up-and-coming artist. Just say it. Don't forget down below, there's a reaction or music review to an up-and-coming artist or entertainer. If you enjoyed this video, even though I did a bunch of rambling, if you still enjoyed it, then please go down into that pinned comment and check out an up-and-coming artist or entertainer. Or there's a small chance it could be a up-and-coming content creator's content down below. And if you could do anything, just subscribe to their channel and say, yo, Paulie sent me. I'm just here to show some support, show some love, because it's free. I'm going to end it here. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. I love y'all so much. See y'all next time.
They gon' close the casket, thinking he a rapper, we gon' turn him to an actress. I don't ever start shit, but I ain't finna panic. If something don't add up, I just start subtracting. We ain't finna fold, we just keep adapting. I be on that Paulie shit, see, I just be reacting. Couple shots hit him, lay him out in chalk. Shot him in the mouth, that was for the talk. Saying it's my time, got me checking on the clock. Where you get that attitude, I got it from the block. They be talking tough.